The laptop hit the cabin wall with a gut-wrenching crunch, silencing the hum of the business class cabin. Glasses paused midair, forks stilled, and every eye locked onto the wreckage. 17-year-old Amara Voss sat frozen, her hands hovering over the empty tray table, her gaze following the mangled laptop as it spun once and settled, screen fractured, hinge warped. A flight attendant, her auburn hair pulled into a severe bun, loomed over her, navy blazer crisp, voice slicing through the air. "This isn't a playground, kid," she snapped, her name tag glinting. "Cynthia. Next time, keep your toys off my cart." No one stirred. Phones emerged, not to help, but to record. Amara bent down, retrieving the broken device, its scratched lid catching the light. The screen was dead, along with the encrypted key her mother, Dr. Lena Voss, had called their last shield against those who control everything. A sharp edge nicked Amara's thumb, blood beading. She smeared it on her jeans, eyes fixed on the floor. Cynthia huffed, "Still here?" Amara turned to the window, her silence sharp enough to unsettle. If anyone had asked, they'd have known she wasn't just a teenager caught in the wrong seat. But no one did. No one knew that laptop held a protocol that could paralyze global flight networks, a secret her mother died to protect. It was April 7th, 2027, aboard Horizon Air Flight 319, cruising over the Pacific toward Seattle. Outside, clouds drifted like nothing was wrong. Inside, Amara's chest burned, not from shame, but from restraint. Her fingers itched for the backup drive hidden in her shoe, the one her mother slipped her before the hospital. "If they try to erase you," Lena had whispered, "don't scream. Rewrite their system." Those words clung to Amara, especially after the funeral, when tech giants labeled Lena a dreamer, a disruptor, then sidelined her for pushing too far. They didn't want her new system, they wanted compliance. Amara had stayed quiet for years, never mentioning her role in drafting the ethics protocol, never correcting those who thought she was just a scholarship kid, never using the override key. Until now. Cynthia had tossed her mother's legacy to the floor, and no one blinked, not the CEO in the $10,000 suit, not the professor scrolling her tablet, not the influencers sipping Prosecco. Maybe they didn't know who Amara was. Maybe that was the point. She adjusted her sneaker, fingers brushing the drive. No flashing lights, just a faint hum confirming it was live. "Systems outlast voices," Lena had said, "but they need someone bold enough to flip the switch." Amara closed her eyes, feeling the drive's warmth. For a moment, she thought, maybe justice doesn't roar. Maybe it codes. Nothing shifted at first. The cabin lights glowed steadily, drinks poured, fake smiles flashed. But Amara felt a ripple in the system. For rows up, a consultant's tablet froze mid-pitch. He jabbed it, scowling. Across the aisle, Wi-Fi stalled, screens spun endlessly. Error code 502 flashed, grid sync failure. Amara knew what it meant. Horizon Lock, her mother's protocol, had just cut the airline's compliance link, grounding their legal flight status across 19 regions. Flight attendants huddled, whispering, checking dead screens. Seat maps vanished, meal orders glitched, arrival times blinked. Amara counted to 10, as Lena taught her. Let them feel it unravel. In the cockpit, the co-pilot's voice tightened. "Captain, we've lost grid sync." The captain frowned, resetting controls to no avail. They were flying blind. In the cabin, tension spiked. The seatbelt sign flickered off. Wi-Fi was gone. A man in 2B stood, furious. "Why does the map say we're over Japan when we're off California?" Cynthia's smile strained. "Minor glitch, sir." But it wasn't. At Horizon Air's Seattle hub, screens went gray. Flight 319 vanished from the grid. 4 more flights followed, then 10. "We've lost ESG compliance for 25 airlines," a technician stammered. "Clear grids locked us out. Airports from San Francisco to Singapore suspended Horizon's access." No one connected the dots to the girl in 14 site. Amara pulled out a second laptop, matte black, no branding, just a single hidden port. It wasn't hers, it was Lena's, meant for the day they tried to erase her too. She typed Vista 7. The screen lit up, amber text on black, clear grid admin override. A file blinked. "To Amara, if I'm gone." Her throat tightened. She clicked. Lena's face appeared, tired but fierce, in their old Chicago apartment. If you're watching this, they've underestimated you like they did me. Don't fight. Finish it. Show them the system. Amara typed, Horizon Lock V2 Sync activate. The screen pulsed. Confirmed. 5 more airports went gray. Passengers grew restless, but Amara stayed still, a ghost in plain sight. In the cockpit, a new alert flashed. FAA ethics hold. Do not land without clearance. The captain's jaw dropped. A passenger, Victor Lang, a venture capitalist with millions tied to Horizon's compliance, stood. His eyes locked on Amara. You, he said, voice low. Who are you with? She met his gaze. Just me. Cynthia snapped. She's just a kid. Victor didn't buy it. No, she's more. Amara opened her laptop again, speaking softly to the interface. Ethics relay, code V19. Crew misconduct logged. Cynthia Hale, 11:03 a.m. Initiating Tier 3 lockout. That command was a deathblow halting Horizon's operations across 50 airports. She hit send. The FAA received it instantly. Alerts flooded global hubs. Horizon's stock plummeted. Cynthia, pale, stammered. You're grounding us? Amara's voice was steel. You grounded yourself when you broke my laptop. Victor whispered. I knew your mother. We ignored her warnings. Amara nodded. She saw this coming. A chime cut through. The captain's voice crackled. Ladies and gentlemen, we're under a temporary FAA hold. Victor leaned closer. Are you with the FAA? Amara smiled faintly. I'm a passenger. Like you. But the crew knew better now. Her name had hit the compliance hub. Amara Voss, daughter of Dr. Lena Voss, ClearGrid's creator, with full override power. A headset was handed to her. Miss Voss, this is Daniel Pierce, Horizon CEO, a tense voice said. What do you want? Amara didn't waver. Sign the passenger dignity charter my mother wrote. The one you buried. Silence. You're a child, he said. And you're out of time, she replied. Sign it, or I escalate. Your airline's already locked out of 30 airports. Your ESG funds are frozen. A long pause. Send the draft, Pierce muttered. I'll sign. She exhaled, not in triumph, but in release. The plane landed in Seattle to silence. Federal officers waited at the gate. Cameras flashed. A banner read, Welcome to the Age of Reckoning. 3 days later, Pierce stood at a press conference, announcing the Voss Charter's adoption across Horizon's network. Amara, back in Chicago, ignored the media frenzy. At her mother's old desk, she typed, We don't fix the sky by yelling. We code it fair. Lightning cracked outside. She whispered, We did it, Mom. The storm answered, and in it, she heard Lena. You guard the sky now. Should the Voss Charter be mandatory for every airline? Would you trust a teenager to hold corporations accountable? Comment below, like, and subscribe for more stories that shake the system.